aren't broke because they lack talent. They are broke because their ego plays the game of applause instead of money. You see, there are two games on the table. One is the applause game and one is the money game. Applause being referred to as fame. Most of the designers are chasing likes, awards, and what a crazy work is done by this specific designer, tags. And honestly, none of that pays rent. I mean, obviously, the ego game starts with you. I'm a designer, so how do I sell design? And honestly, the money game totally starts somewhere else. The money game always will start where the money actually is. And the place I'm talking about is visibility, where you can simply get someone's attention, consideration, and make a sale. You have to create a chain reaction. If you really want to win clients, say something that they actually care about, the people who are watching your content, your stuff, your design, whatever. Hold their attention and make them feel heard. That is something very rare that cannot be found, at least in the world of 2026. Do that and you will guaranteedly win a customer, for sure. That's it, that's the game. And I have written down few questions for you. Who has the money? What will they swap it for? What do they need to see on a screen? It can be a copy, it can be image, it can be something that they can just click on, or like message or DM, whatever, call to action, through which they can reach out and complete the purchase. Last question is gonna be, where do I find more of them? As simple as that. And honestly, if you have noticed, in sare questions mein kahin pe bhi, I have not started with me or I or they. It's a direct, simple, straightforward question which is so general that anyone can answer it. I also want to talk about what sits underneath when you are selling something, when you're trying to sell or design, when you're trying to pitch a service. Basically, the question is gonna be how money actually changes hands when it comes to the internet. A designer who is very crazy and understands what the need is really about when it comes to his or her niche is gonna always win. Say for example, I'm somebody who is gonna be great at selling courses. I'm gonna be somebody who can sell literally anything. I can be selling my design in a way where I'm using my metrics and I'm telling that there will be a result and there will be an exit for you. That's how it goes. You have to create ROI for the person who's investing in you, and you also have to somehow take some sort of percentage from the ROI that you are making for the person. And you can calculate that in percentages, or you just don't have to calculate it. You can have your fixed prices that you charge to general customers. For me, for my services, for my agency, what we have done is we have publicly displayed all our prices, and that changes the game for everybody, because nobody on the internet has the guts to do it. And me and my team decided to do it, and we were like very open about it, that hey, yes, we are expensive, or hey, we might be cheap for you, right? And this is very interesting question for all of the people out there. What if, so for example, there's a specific client that you think you can charge way more but pays only very less, even though they are very rich. But if they don't understand the value of the service that they are buying, what are we really selling? No? So the scope identification gets a bit interesting. That's why you need to have price segments publicly displayed somewhere, so that I can easily say that I will save my time in the future, because everyone who wants to work with me knows my price, and they will be only reaching out to me if they can afford it. And honestly, as designers, you as people who are watching this video, obviously till now, you guys know and you guys understand the value of learning things, right? And that's why I think you're investing your time in these content pieces which can actually get you some stuff, right? Ye cheeze aur karo. I would say that invest more money, invest at least 10 to 15% of your time and 10 to 20% of your savings, of your monthly income, revenue, whatever, into learning. And basically उससे क्या होगा कि तुम और ज़्यादा सीखोगे, तुम समझ रहे हो? Because you are basically paying for perspectives, and you are basically paying for experiences that other people have, and you just have to collect it. And that is something which is very rare to find today, at least, but also not so difficult to get it. Do you understand? Because yes, you can learn from anybody, but you also can't. There are few more things that you can obviously take away. I will be adding some sort of more resources in the description of this YouTube video. I hope this YouTube video helps. And the last tip is basically gonna be that hey, that you understand that there is a full-blown visibility game that you have to play as a designer, and you need to be putting yourself out there in the world to understand what really can work for you personally. Make your portfolios, make your case studies, keep making stuff and put it out there in the world, because what else do you really have other than all of this? And honestly, start studying more things. Like I'm a specific designer who's a founder, and I love understanding and talking about businesses, and I think that really makes a difference for me in my personal life. So yeah, I hope this video helps.